Okay, joined by Nicole Owens, looking ahead to the All-Ireland Ladies football final against Cork. Nicole, it's been a crazy, crazy year. What a way it would be to end, and what an occasion it is to end it now with an All-Ireland final coming up over the next few days against Cork.
Yeah, obviously there was so long where we didn't think we were going to get any sort of football whatsoever, championship-wise. So we're just saying it's a bit bizarre to still be here in December, December the 10th today. But yeah, I think we're all delighted to actually be able to play a bit of football. We didn't think it was going to materialise at one point.
And obviously the aim would be to end the year on a high as well.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, that was our goal starting the year before COVID happened, and it's still ongoing. So I suppose it's sort of just we've done really well to sort of manage all the restrictions and the protocols, and thankfully have like the entire team available for selection. So yeah, hopefully we can see it through.
You've been back in training with the girls over the past few months, since about September. How have you found things in terms of the training, and how have you found everything with regards to the COVID restrictions that are in place, because obviously they have to be followed?
Yeah, like it's tough because we're you do usually have the training itself, and then you've got the before training and kind of after training, people sitting around eating together. Whereas now we're split into different dressing rooms. We're kind of seeing like our little pod of people, and obviously everyone's wearing masks, so it's a bit harder to connect with people. And even sort of after training, everyone's disappearing off to their cars to go home. So that's kind of tough, because obviously a lot of sort of the best part of being involved is sort of that camaraderie. But yeah, we still get to all interact in training. It's just unfortunately in about 1 degree.
How have you found yourselves this year in terms of form coming into the All-Ireland final? Where do you feel you're at?
Yeah, I think usually you'd be trying to peak for a championship final in September, so obviously this year is a bit different, and kind of coming in and having to turn around. And I think maybe the Donegal and Waterford matches, we felt we'd maybe left a bit behind us. But I think the Armagh match, we executed our game plan really well, and we managed to neutralise their key players. So obviously Cork is a known foe at this stage, but kind of we've grown as a team so much in the last few years that kind of we have our plan and our process to fall back on.
You mentioned the cold conditions, and you can see you're here almost shivering at this stage, trying to keep warm. Obviously that's one of the differences this year compared to a normal championship year. The other one would be no crowds and no support in Croke Park. Last year I think 60,000 people in Croke Park for the All-Ireland final. This year there'll be 60 if even that. Obviously with backroom staff and all that kind of thing. How's that going to affect you for the All-Ireland final, or has it affected you so far this year already?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, because obviously Croke Park is such a massive stadium. When it's full, like you're close to full, like 60,000 people make huge amounts of noise. And even we noticed in the semi-final you could hear like the subs talking, the subs yelling. There's a lot of sort of input that you can hear from management and the subs in general that you usually wouldn't pick up in a game, so it kind of creates this different sort of atmosphere. And obviously you don't have like people on the pitch are reacting to what's happening, but you don't sort of have a crowd reacting to it. So I mean, there's two sides. It'll probably feel a bit less kind of intense and pressurised, but then obviously you want people to be there, you want to play in front of people.
Finally, you've been involved in some really big games against Cork over the years, obviously. What sort of challenge can you expect from them now on All-Ireland final day?
Yeah, well, like Cork are Cork. There's a reason they won 2 All-Irelands in 11 years, and the team hasn't changed a huge amount since then. They're still up there as one of the best teams in the country. We expect it to be a really tough match, like it always is with them. And I think probably, given sort of where we've come from, obviously losing 3 All-Irelands to them, we've sort of managed to turn that around, and we think we're in a much better position now to kind of counteract the way they like to play. So yeah, I think it'll be a big challenge, but I have full confidence that we'll see through.